Hello, welcome to sportsbookreview.com. Natalie Rydstrom here, and we have our panel of cappers here to deliver their best bets across the top 5 leagues. We've got Stuart from Tipster HQ, Super Sub Seeley looking very smart today, I have to say, and Alex from Need for Tips. Very exciting stuff. We've just got a few weeks to go. Martin is in Bordeaux right now. He's on a wine tour. Lucky him. But Super Sub Seeley, he went 6 out of 6 last week. So we're so very excited to have him
That's
back
only luck.
on and see
That's
what
only
he's got.
luck.
What do you mean luck? Nigel, what do you have to say to that? I don't think that's luck. He's a seasoned capper. Is our
don't need to comment to lung pretenders. Years of experience, profit.
Wow.
Twitter following. Don't need, just give them their 5 minutes of fame and see in a few years' time who's still around.
All right.
I'm 5 years
well,
here, Nigel. So I don't know. I don't know about who's still around after 5 years. But you as a sub, you're good. Yeah. Okay.
Just 5.
All right. Nice to see. All right. All jesting here at Team Bankroll. But listen, first of all, I am going to bring up our profit and losses here that we have done all season long. Johan in the studio, if you can bring that up for us. We've given over 1,100 picks this season. Pretty awesome there. 1,106 picks, 554 wins, 518 losses with an average price of 2.32. Accuracy over 50%. Just so there we go. 100.8 units of profit. I have to say, who's going to switch over to the next part, but I know myself, I'm holding up the rear, doing very badly this season, minus 13.2%. So the aim of this is follow the top there, Martin, 63.8 units of profit, Alex, 40.7, Stuart, 9.5, and fade my bets. But listen, maybe I'm in for a winning week. I feel very confident of these bets this week. We've got quite a few from Premier League and a couple of others from the other top 4. All right, boys, let us start. Stoke versus Crystal Palace. Nigel, what do you like?
I like Palace. I think Stoke are abysmal. I think they're absolutely abysmal. I think the way they've gone about their business in the last few weeks, and Paul Lambert just to bore their way to safety. They need wins. They haven't got goals. They've got no players. I think this is a price that is just too good about Palace. Palace have got goals in them. Zaha is on fire, absolute fire. I think 2.85 is the price you can get with Betfair Sports at the moment. They will be 2.7. I wouldn't be surprised to see Palace start favourites for this game. I think Stoke, I know they need the win, but I think that Palace are a much, much better football side. They're building for next season. They're a team that are just full of confidence at the moment, have goals in them. And I think Palace here at 2.85 on my bet on the back of a 5-0 win against Leicester. I like them a lot to beat Stoke.
Absolutely. With the exactly that 5-0 Leicester beating, I think our Premier League punters, we delved into that match, and Crystal Palace certainly was the lead. I'm going for both teams to score here, 1.73. I think Stoke fighting relegation. I think they've got a goal in them at home, and I think Crystal Palace will win the 3 points. So both teams to score 1.73 is my bet. Stuart is also doing a guess his beer. We've given a few ideas on Twitter, and they weren't the ones, but so have a guess. He's giving away a subscription, a month subscription with Jason Mills. Is that right? If you guess which one, what's the cut-off period?
If you get it now, I'll give you 3 months, but you got to get it in the next couple of minutes. Let's see. Let's see if I can do it again. Hang on. There's the start of it. Yeah.
I can see the Eiffel Tower.
And it is an American Pale Ale. So there we go. And it's linked to my reputation. And when you see this, you will go,
What, crazy? Your reputation of being crazy? Is that what it is?
Maybe.
Nice. All right. Next match is Leicester versus West Ham. Is me as well. I'm going goal fest in this one. Leicester versus West Ham. Both teams to score and the over 2.5 goals. 2.15. The Alex classic here. Both score. Both concede. Yeah, that's my bet for that one. West Brom versus Tottenham. Who was on this one? Nigel, what have you got?
I am. I think the Premier League this weekend has got some prices where people have priced up teams that need to win on a very short price. We spoke about Stoke. I think that obviously Southampton are a very short price to win against Everton. They're favourites to win that game. But West Brom here at 8.5 to win against Tottenham. Now, everyone's going to turn around and say Tottenham need to win because of the Champions League. But they're going to be in the Champions League. Chelsea are going to make that space up. Tottenham will be in the Champions League. West Brom have got everything to play for. You know, next season they've got a new manager. Darren Moore wants a job. They've already gone to Manchester United and won. They've held Liverpool at home 2-2. I really love West Brom plus 1.5 here at 1.7.
Yeah.
I think West Brom at home are a good side. I think Tottenham every season come towards the last 3 or 4 games and they hit a brick wall. Harry Kane's played a lot of games. They've got a World Cup year this year. They know they're in the Champions League. And I'll go West Brom plus 1.5 at 1.7.
Yeah, again, somebody presented that bet as well on Premier League punters. A great price really for West Brom at home. Now, Alex has got the straight Tottenham win in his ACCA. Do you think, and we always advise people to sort of take bets out that they don't like, add bets in that they do. It's always a sort of a guidance. What would you say for anybody who wanted to put Tottenham in their ACCA? Do you think still at 1.4 it's worthy of an ACCA? Or do you think West Brom have a large chance of actually winning this?
Go for it.
Put Tottenham in the ACCA.
Yeah, absolutely. Spurs are going to win this one. West Brom, they're going to get relegated this weekend. And they're going to completely put the old Spursy title behind us. Spurs to win. I'm confident. I'm happy.
Okay, where we go. I'm on this one as well, West Brom Tottenham. I'm going for both teams to score 1.95. We've seen West Brom, they've scored in their last 7 matches, 2 against Liverpool. And I think, again, like you said, they've got everything to play for, Nigel. I think at home they'll get a goal, certainly expecting Tottenham to score as well. Both teams to score 1.95. All our viewers, actually, I did an ACCA on the weekend. And I was going to put Sevilla in it, and everyone was like, "No, don't do it." And I listened, and Sevilla didn't win. All right. So yeah, any other tips? Do let us know. Next one is Man City versus Huddersfield. Alex and myself are on this one. Alex, Man City, Huddersfield.
First of all, I wanted to say that I respect a lot Nigel, and I was joking earlier. So for our viewers who are thinking that I was talking serious, I want to make things clear. Nigel knows that I'm joking. Yeah, he's a great tipster. I still believe that it was luck on his best bet show to have 6 from 6, but he's always appreciated here. He's bringing a lot of great informations, and I hope he does better and better because next season we have a wonderful season, starting also new shows. So be prepared, Nigel. I'm coming for you,
mate. It's a laugh. It's what it is. It's banter. It's what it is. No problem.
All right, Man City versus Huddersfield, Alex.
Manchester City minus 2.5 on the Asian handicap. Manchester City, yes, Manchester City minus 2.5 on the Asian handicap. I really think that City respect the competition. I really think that they will try to win record after record, number of points, number of goals scored in the entire season. I really think that they will go for it to score as much as they can in every match till the end of the season. And we could see that in the last 3 matches they had. They are respecting the competition, and in front of their fans, they will give everything. They will play with the A team, and they will destroy Huddersfield. Huddersfield with tough matches till the end of the season. I really don't think that they will win any points from their last 3 matches. So Manchester City minus 2.5 at 1.72.
Yeah, I'm on the same page again. It was a tip that we discussed on Premier League punters, minus 1.67. Doubtful whether Huddersfield can score, and it's the last home match Man City have in front of their fans. So I'm guessing and hoping that they're going to put on quite a performance. So Man City minus 2.5. Next, we've got Arsenal versus Burnley. Do note Nigel is an Arsenal fan, so let's see if he's betting with his heart or his head. What are you going for?
Both. I'm going from my heart and my head. I think Arsenal will put in performance here. I think Arsenal will really do a bit of a swan song for Mr. Wenger. I think it will be a appreciation for him. I don't think all the boo boys are out in town. Arsenal 1.55 to win this game. I know it depends a lot really on what happens tonight. Obviously, if they're in the Europa League, but I still think there's a few weeks off, so I still think Arsenal will want to go out on a high. And I think Arsenal -1 is a bet here at 1.9. Arsenal always beat Burnley. I know they haven't had a lot of history between the two, but they haven't won since 1974, Burnley. But Arsenal do win. Burnley don't offer much of a goal threat, and I think Arsenal will win, and I think they'll win by more than one goal. So Arsenal -1, 1.9.
Yeah, I think it's 7. Yeah, I think it's 7 head-to-heads, these two. The last 7 head-to-heads, anyway, Arsenal have won. There's been no draws. So, yeah, the following trend is certainly as well. Arsenal at home could be a good bet. Next is Chelsea versus Liverpool, obviously the highlight match of the weekend. And again, discussed in Premier League punters because it was all Premier League shows, matches. But Chelsea 2.2, Liverpool 3.2. Obviously, Chelsea's recent form and Liverpool's recent form after their match. Liverpool obviously now have got a couple of weeks off before Champions League. So not a bad price really if you want to play the straight Liverpool win. But Alex, what are you taking?
I have two bets for this one. The same bets I had on the Premier League punters. I'm really confident about these two bets. First of all, Chelsea versus Liverpool over 2.5 goals at 1.8. That was my banker in the Premier League punters. And double chance on Liverpool, so draw or Liverpool. That means that you have 2 from 3 at 1.72. I don't think that Chelsea will get the 3 points here. I really don't think so. Well, they might. I'm not saying everything is possible. This is why we love football. We saw yesterday what happened AS Roma versus Liverpool. We saw Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid. At this level, I don't think that these two sides have really nothing to play for. Chelsea, if they win, and they will end the season equal on points with Liverpool, they will still not finish above them in the standings because the difference of goals. So I really don't think that they have something to play for. They will have fun on the pitch. They will score goals and over 2.5 at 1.8 and double chance on Liverpool at 1.72.
Yeah, I'm on double chance as well. Liverpool and the draw. Couldn't believe the price actually, 1.72. I think the least they'll get here is a draw. So Liverpool and the draw for me. Right, over to Stuart, both in Ligue 1 and what are you drinking, Stuart?
Here we go. Let's bring it in. Hang on. So nobody got it. I'm not really surprised. It's quite difficult. It is Paris's Psychotic Pale Ale.
Come on, who drinks that? Who drinks
How
that?
on earth? Who? That's unfair.
It existed until I saw it in the shop. So
no wonder you were like 3 months. Listen, lifetime subscription.
Oh, blimey.
Tasty at least.
It's now mostly on the floor. But hey, we'll sort that out later. Let me just. I'm now wiping it up with my socks. It's bubbly. Okay, right. Let's get on with Liga. Yes, thank you, Johan. Just had a cheers and a lol. Thank you very much. All right, so over to Liga. We're going to get started with 2 of my bets this week. My first 2. I don't have many. Sorry. Beer chin now. What's going on? And we're going to start with AS Saint-Etienne against Girondin Bordeaux. And it's me and the first of my crazies, I should think, because AS Saint-Etienne sitting higher, probably in better form right now, but I'm going for Bordeaux. And 4.5. They're a side that have pulled off some shocks and made some money for me this season. And I would like that to continue. Thank you very much. 4.5 with Pinnacle. I will take that every single day of the week. There is value in this one. Not sure about its chances of winning, but there's value. Okay, moving on next to FC Nantes against Montpellier. Now, Nantes have had an interesting
That's
season.
also a little homage to our big spike as well.
Yeah, I guess it is. So Nantes have had an interesting season under Claudio Ranieri. There's been talk of him becoming the Italian manager. That's died out as their seasons petered out a little bit. And Montpellier now sitting higher in the table, slightly higher, not a lot in it. And I am backing the away side in this one again. That is available at 3.41. So that is my second of two crazies for the evening. Hope everyone's drinking. As I said, half of my beer's on the floor. But hey, okay.
Drink that.
Moving on next.
Wipe the floor.
That's what my socks are for. There we go.
Drink from
right,
down.
so up next, Stade Malherbe Koln against AS Monaco. Alex.
I don't think that that beer has a lot of alcohol inside, because I was expecting you with other set of odds. Now you're drinking 3.1, 3.12. What was that? This is a joke 5%. For you. You are going 5%. From 4 and 5 and up. 5%. Yeah, because half is on the floor. Monaco to win. I think that it's time for them to come back to winning ways. I think that they should bounce back, and Lyon for that second spot in the standings. Just 3 weeks more for Monaco. Of course, Cayenne are winless in their last, 7 matches, something like that. Losing 3 of them, 3 from their last 5. Really poor side. I saw them last week against Troyes. They lost on the road 3-1. Yes, they are playing at home, but I think that Monaco are 2-3 classes above them. So Monaco to win at 1.75 for me is the play for this one.
I have to say that's okay, but my concern would be Monaco 2-3 classes above Guingamp, and they managed to lose that one. So we'll see. Caen are not a good side. I think if there's any side that you want to play to break a duck, it's probably that one. Okay, up next, Nigel, you've got a bet in Olympique Marseille against OGC Nice. What have you got for us?
Yeah, I'm going to go for Marseille. I think Marseille 1.62, decent price at home. I think, we know how good they are at home. We've spoken about it many times on the show, how fantastic they are at home. Nice only won 5 games away in 17 matches this season. And I think they're a very, very average side. So I'm going to go for the home side here, only because I think, again, the prices are reflecting on what's going to happen tonight and whether they've got a Europa League Cup final to look forward to or not. And I think the value is to take the price now, because I think even if they have got that, I think they're far, far too strong against Nice. And I'm going to go for Marseille here to win at 1.62. Fantastic at home. I think they'd be far too strong.
Yeah.
So you're not a fan of Nice?
Sorry?
Not a fan of Nice, then? You're not a fan of Nice?
No, I think
and their away record?
No. Exactly.
So it may not shock you to know that the Nice manager has actually been linked to the Arsenal job, because Arsenal are not particularly good at home, good away, are they? So
I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if you saw the news, guys, about Arsenal, but I posted the list on odds market earlier, and the favorite to take the job at Arsenal is Zeljko Buvac, the second, the right hand of Jurgen Klopp from Liverpool. He's priced at 3.5 right now, above Carlo Ancelotti, Allegri, Luis Enrique, even Brendan Rodgers or Eddie Howe. So imagine, not even experience as a head coach in a team, being the favorite to coach Arsenal. That is laughable,
Well, the thing is, when Arsene Wenger took the job, no one really knew who he was. That's the kind of thing that Arsenal do. I mean, he come from Japan, didn't he? I mean, they go for these kind of people, and Klopp thinks of him highly, and he calls him his brains and his tactics. But it wouldn't surprise me. And I spoke to you previously, Alex, about that Arsenal job. They are going to go for someone who they can build the next 10 years on. They're not going to go for an experienced coach. So it does fall into that category. I mean, Carlos Ancelotti won't be the manager. Allegri, I don't think will be the manager. I think it will be someone young. There will be someone coming through. And it could potentially be that. But I think there's going to be loads of twists and turns going on in this market for a long few months. Every time anyone hits about 3 on the exchange, you start laying them. There'll be 4 or 5 new favourites by the time this manager's market's but decided.
I'm pretty sure it won't be this guy, but I have to say I think my money would be on Mikel Arteta.
Well, I spoke to Alex and everybody on the here, but I know a friend of mine worked for Arsenal for many years, and he told me they will go for someone they could build the next 10 years on, and it'll be a young, inexperienced manager. He ruled out Ancelotti. He ruled out anyone who's worked for a previous club. It will be somebody who they think can build the next 10 years. They will put time behind him. So that brings into Klopp's right-hand man. I can't remember his name. Klopp's right-hand man. I think that brings in Enrique. I think that brings in Mikel Arteta as well, potentially. And it also does bring in Eddie Howe. Because if they think but the thing is, he got the experience to look after them top managers. But it won't be an established manager that we have seen already. And that, for me, rules out a lot of the top names.
All right, thanks. Bundesliga. Natalie, let's get on it.
There we go. Yeah, let's get on. Bundesliga, Koln versus Bayern Munich now. Alex is on this one.
I'm expecting a lot of goals in this one. Köln is already relegated. Bayern Munich are already champions. I think that it will be a fun game with both teams scoring, with at least 4 goals in the match. So I'm going over 3.5 goals in the match at 1.8. I'm expecting, like we're going in the park to play 5-on-5. I'm expecting such a game with a lot of goals.
All right. And interesting, that was the only one from the Bundesliga this week, but maybe one of our viewers here, Anne S, has got a couple of others if you need a few from there. But that's the only one there. Serie A, we have got a 2 on Juventus versus Bologna. Nigel and myself. I can start off with this one. Juve win in the over 2.5 goals, 1.7. Juve at home, I think they average about 2.4 goals per home match. Incredible. 1.73. Last 3 meetings have gone over 2.5 goals. 2 of those saw 6 goals per match. I'm expecting plenty of goals here. So that's my bet. Juve at home. So Juve in the over 2.5 goals. What are you going for, Nigel?
Well, I hope you're right in one side of it. I'm going to go for Juventus to win 2-0. I think it was 1.62. I think Bologna, obviously, Juventus don't concede any goals. Only 6 goals they've conceded at home all season. Bologna aren't the high scorers away from home. Only scored 14 goals in Serie A away from home this season. So I'm going to go for Juventus to win 2-0. Hopefully 3-0 that and we both win. So I'm going to go for Juventus to win 2-0 at 1.62.
Okay, awesome stuff. Udinese versus Inter Milan, and this is myself as well. I'm going for Inter and the over 1.5 goals. Can't remember what Inter is. I think it's about 1.57. I think excellent for Anaka. Udinese on holiday. They haven't won a match since early February. I think they haven't won a match in their last 14 played, and I don't think they'll be picking up the pace anytime soon. Inter and the over 1.5 goals, just to get a bit more value there, 1.85. Moving over now, we've got Genoa versus Fiorentina. Alex.
Yeah, incredible performance from Fiorentina in their last match against Napoli. Absolutely smashed them. Napoli were desperately in need for that win to remain with 1 point difference with Juventus. Now they blow out the chances for the title. They are 4 points under, but Fiorentina are, I don't know. They are. I don't know what happened with them after their captain died, unfortunately. But I think that they are playing every match for him and to honor him and to, to stay there and to fight for the European spots. Fiorentina at 2.02 against Genoa. I love this price.
Yeah, a crazy price there. Genoa in 11th spot there. They do have the home advantage, but 2.05. Very nice indeed. Next, we have got Lazio versus Atalanta. Myself and Alex are on this one. Alex, what do you like?
Over 2.5 goals, 1.75. I think that I will make it my banker. I think that we will see at least 3 goals easily between these two sides. Every time they are playing, they like to attack. They like to play open, to defend very, very. I don't know if they know how to defend, but I love their attacking style. They have incredible strikers inside their teams. So over 2.5 goals, banker for this week at 1.75.
All right. Well, I need the units, Alex. So I hope you're right. I'm on over 2.5 goals as well. Look at their last matches. Both score, both concede. These two teams see goals. So over 2.5 goals as well for me. Girona versus Eibar now moving to La Liga. Alex, what are you going for?
Home win, 2.1. Girona, yes, they are a small team. They are a small city also. I think that they had an incredible season in La Liga. Not only that they avoided relegation with a lot of rounds to go till the end of the season, but they are fighting there up for a European spot. In front of their fans, they are incredible, and they can beat anyone. And most of all, Eibar right now that recently they are not showing anything. 2.1 for Girona to win at home against Eibar.
Okay. Moving on, a couple left now. We have got Athletic Bilbao versus Real Betis. So the third of Stuart's 4 tips he's giving today. Is this a crazy?
No, it's not as crazy as some of the others. I'm going for the home side in this one. They are way down the table in comparison to Real Betis, but they need the points probably a bit more than Real Betis because one more point will guarantee them safety for another season in La Liga. Real Betis fighting out for Europe, but I don't think they're going to make it into a Champions League spot. Virtually no chance of that happening, and they're pretty solidly in a European spot apart from that. So Athletic Bilbao, I think, have got just about the edge, and there's some value here at 2.31 with Pinnacle.
All right. Next, we've got Celta Vigo versus Deportivo La Coruña. Alex.
Celta Vigo to win and over 1.5 goals at 1.8. Deportivo La Coruña are already relegated. Celta Vigo have huge ups and downs, but when playing on their turf, they are absolutely brilliant. They have some great players in their squad. They will lose some of them in summer for sure. But right now they should end the season in style and beat already relegated side, Deportivo La Coruña. So Celta Vigo and over 1.5 goals at 1.8.
Yeah, Celta Vigo right now as the straight win, 1.62 for anybody who wants to boost your ACCA. Villarreal versus Valencia. This is the final of Stuart's bets. What are you going for?
I'm going for Valencia. I think they're a very, very good side this season. Seeing them up against Villarreal, who are not, is it's a lovely little bet for me. And the odds are great. The odds are really, really good on this one. 3.45 for an away win. That's really incredible, I think, for a Valencia side that's played really well. And this is my banker of the week.
Wow, why are the odds so high on that one? Valencia 4th, on the road, Villarreal.
Yeah, no idea why.
Good home record. Good home record has Villarreal. Okay. Good odds though. Good odds. Right. Let's have a look. Where are we now? Okay. I am the only one on this one. Now, when we were doing the Alex's ACCA earlier, James Pomeroy, a regular viewer of ours, was like Atletico Madrid and the over 2.5 goals. He said like money in the pocket, go for it. And I was like, okay. I think I'm going to go for it, but I thought I would check with you guys first. Obviously,
One second. He was referring to Europa League match today. They're playing against Arsenal. This is what I think that he was referring at. I don't think that he was talking about weekend matches.
Oh, all right then. Well, I'm still going to stick with mine, but I'm going for because I looked in the match. And if you look at it, a lot of their matches are going under 2.5 goals. Last 6 Espanyol matches have gone under. Last 3 of Atletico's have gone under 2.5 goals as well. Atletico and the under 3.5 goals comes in at 1.91. Unlikely or not sure, doubtful whether Espanyol can score. So it could be a win to 0. But Atletico and the under 3.5 goals is my bet for this one. And then finally, Barcelona versus Real Madrid. Super Sub-Sealy is on his own on this one. It's a cracker of a match, but I think Barcelona are the favourites to win this match. What are you going for?
I don't think they'll be taking their foot off the gas at all. I think usually in these games you wouldn't expect Barcelona to be the price they are. They're 1.72. You'd expect them to be a lot bigger than that. But I still think that represents value. I think Real Madrid, obviously, with the Champions League final, I think their whole season's about that. Real Madrid domestically have only won 2 of their last 4 against a lot weaker opposition. Barcelona have just been phenomenal all season. They've scored at least 2 goals in their last 8 La Liga matches. And I think they'll be far too strong for Real Madrid. And this, you can see the quotes from PK and the build-up to this game and other Catalan players. This means absolutely everything to them. And I forget that they've won the title. Forget that they'll want to go out and they want to end the season on a big, big high for their fans. And I think Barcelona win this strongly. 1.72 Barcelona.
Okay.
Aren't Barcelona still on course for Aren't Barcelona still on course for an unbeaten season in La Liga? That would be incredible.
Yes. They are the only team.
This is their last real test, isn't it?
Absolutely. This is what they want to achieve. This is Iniesta's last El Clasico. A lot of reasons to believe that Barcelona will win, but the price is very, very low. Maybe to go Barcelona and over 2.5 or Barcelona and both teams to score, like one of our viewers said earlier. Barca man said Barca to win and both teams to score at 2.48. Don't you think, Nigel, that Real Madrid have goals in them?
Yeah, they've definitely got. Yeah, I like that as well. But I don't. There's certain markets that we tip on. I like the win markets. I like the under 2.5 goal markets, and I like the win to nil markets. So I mean, the ones that you back both teams to score and over to win the match, or both teams to score and over 2.5. It's not a market I've ever played in my life, so it's not something I don't concentrate on. But I wouldn't put anybody off backing it. I do agree with you that Barcelona are very short at 1.72. This is like Rangers, Celtic, big derby games. Its form goes out the window. But I just think that the way it's set up, the way Barcelona are going for history, the way Real Madrid have their massive game against Liverpool coming up as well, I just think the timing is absolutely perfect for Barcelona. And I just think 1.72 just for the win it. I'm happy to take that. But you whenever these two take to the pitch, you've just got to fancy goals. So whatever permutation you decide to do, take them. But I think Barcelona warrant a little bit of warrant the price at 1.72.
Sergio Ramos said that it will be a war at Barcelona's field. They said that okay, we don't have chances to fight for the title. Barcelona are already champions. But that doesn't mean that we will give the match like that. We are going to fight for the points and to show that third place in the standing is not our value. So I think that Real Madrid also have goals in them in that one.
That's brilliant.
So that's Sergio Ramos with a red card at the start, then, is it?
That's exactly what I was going to say. That's them down to 10 men at the beginning. So we've got 1.72 is even better value.
All right. Again, just reading the comments here. It seems that opinions divided with the Real Madrid Barcelona match. Obviously, Barca fans go for Barcelona, but then we've got Jorge Macarena's Real Madrid Liverpool Sunday double. So opinions divided on this one, but I think as well I'm on the same lines as Seeley there. Expecting goals when these two teams play. All right, boys, it gets to the point. 2-team parlay and your banker. I know some of you have mentioned your backer, but just to recap, start us off, Nigel.
I've been the biggest critic of Arsene Wenger for the last 6 months, the last year, but he's going to go out on a high. My banker is Arsenal -1 at 1.9 against Burnley. I think Arsenal will put on a performance for him. I think they'll win convincingly. I think Burnley will be second fiddle to a rampant Arsenal side. So Arsenal -1 at 1.9. And my double will be Arsenal -1 at 1.9. And I'm going to go with Stoke. Throw Stoke in. So Palace in at 2.85 to beat Stoke. So Palace at 2.85, and I'm going to go Arsenal -1 at 1.9.
All right.
I thought that you are more crazy. Yeah, I thought that you are more crazy than Stuart.
I'm definitely not that.
All right, Alex, what are you going for?
Lazio versus Atalanta over 2.5 goals at 1.75. That's my banker. And I'm going for my double Monaco to win in France. And FC Köln versus Bayern Munich over 3.5 goals.
All right, Stuart.
Well, as I said, I'm going to go for Valencia to beat Villarreal at 3.45 for my banker. That's incredible odds. I love it. And I'm going to go for an Athletic Bilbao and a Bordeaux double. So throw all those together. I think we're going to have some very, very nice odds on those.
We sure indeed. Okay, banker, Inter and the over 1.5 goals, 1.85 with the Atletico and Inter win as my two-team parlay. So there we go. That wraps it up. We've got a couple of weeks left, guys. Next week is the final Premier League punter show of the 2 weeks. Final Premier League punter show of the season. So be sure to catch us. But we'll be moving over as well to the French Open, which we're hoping Nigel's going to join us on as a regular guest for that. And then, of course, World Cup. So stay tuned. Plenty on offer here with Team Bankroll. Thank you very much for watching. And thank you very much to our guests, Nigel, Stuart and Alex.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Take care.